And we live.
Yeah.
Man.
That cartoon hat, C for cartoon, not V for Vendetta. What is that?
Oh, that's a Patriots hat, bro.
Yeah, what the hell you got on?
That's a Patriots hat.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what they look like when they sit at home. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't make it to the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. That's Jay Almighty, Geraldine.
2 names, not one.
I'm Super Dope Keys. And you
Where's
just
that?
into the arena. When we pull no punches, we hit you with straight facts and hard truths. Welcome to the Chin Chin.
Okay. And it's been a hell of a week. This has been a week. There's so much going on, so much to talk about.
Yeah, we should start off with some light, fun stuff like the Super Bowl and congratulating the Rams.
I know we was all on nigga time because of that.
Then going to LA and becoming victorious like they never would have if they never left where they left in 2006.
So disrespectful. Yeah.
Oh man. You start with bullshit early. Man.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Funny.
But you know, they happened to pull off a win because the Bengals didn't know how to kick a field goal or get that 1 yard or stop holding. I don't know why it didn't go in overtime, but it didn't go in overtime because they decided not to do it.
I'll say I know it was a better game than what people were acting like it was going to be, because people were saying they were talking big shit and it didn't look good in the third quarter, like coming out of halftime.
Right.
He was talking big shit. I heard somebody say the Bengals should have forfeited and just let the Rams come out and do like drills and shit, like show drills and shit, and just go ahead and forfeit. Like, it was like, oh man, the Bengals have no damn chance. And so it turned out to be a better game, but I think the halftime show was better.
The halftime show was one of the best halftime shows ever.
That nigga like 50 Cent showed up as a whole dollar. You see that shit?
This show did big. Look who was playing. Big. It was like someone stung him.
Blue. I know he wasn't expecting that. He felt that weight on his knees. He was like, God damn.
Hurry up.
He was like, hurry up, flip it down, nigga. Yeah. But nah, man, they did. They damn thing.
And that's the same G-Unit tank top he had on in the first video and everything. That's
that shit was stretched out. Had the runs in it and shit. Like a pair of stockings. Oh my God.
He's too swole.
Oh man.
Well, it was dope.
Man, it
was. Always looks like a big bandana, no matter what. He figures out a way. He has like I think he has like 11 bandana suits. He has all the bandana suits in the world. Like,
yeah, he had them in every color. I promise.
He had them in the Rams. He had a Rams uniform bandana style.
Wow,
it was pretty dope.
I'm about to fuck y'all up. Oh man, I'll show y'all what they say. 50 Cent showed up at the halftime show looking like.
No one knew he was gonna be on the halftime show either. They talked about.
I know that too. That shit was a hell.
Dre and Kendrick Lamar, and then all of a sudden 50 comes down.
They probably, they gotta give you surprises.
That was a good surprise.
Yeah, it was, because he still did his thing.
Right.
Don't get it wrong, but it was funny. That power money. That power money is showing. They said 50 showed up like.
D12.
Yeah, 50 pulled out just like this. I was like, damn.
50 didn't even look fat. He just looked like he didn't. So he's like he's in his bulk mode. Like he's bulking up. So he looked big.
Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
know. Probably it's all in fun, and so anybody could get it. But it was a dope ass show. Mary did her thing. Eminem killed it.
He had basically almost had the whole cast of Power up there. Kendrick
Pretty
Lamar
much.
played a crackhead on Power. Mary Jane is Monet on the Power, and 50 Cent is Kanan.
And if you look quick, Eminem could pass for Tommy.
Yeah, it was Tommy. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Snoop Dogg, man, he just been on some sort of legendary roll this week because, he's already been running Def Jam. He just dropped the algorithm, and then now he's back on Death Row.
Yeah, he dropped that album. Friday album's pretty dope too.
Yeah, that shit started off. That shit felt like 93.
Yeah, that album is dope.
That little noise they use.
That too called Algorithm.
Yeah, I listen to Algorithm hard.
This new one that he dropped Friday. Yeah, it's
fire. The Back on Death Row.
Yeah, it's a girl named Nefertiti. She dope on Algorithm. She got like 2 songs on there.
I think what's his name? October London.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is dope.
Yeah.
That was my favorite song on Algorithm. I Want You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That shit. I want you. She saw my wrist, now she froze. Now she want the wrist tonight and go. That shit is hard, man. Oh man, all right. But yeah, that's dope, man. Just the fact that for things to come full circle and then to see him back on Death Row doing that and running that, that's hard. A lot of other shit going on this week. What was the main thing? Oh, the baby. And his baby mama's brother, Danny Lee's brother.
Wow, that's
so they pretty much got on that ass, and a lot of people had like a lot of people had like a lot of different approaches, or a lot of different opinions about it.
Right.
And I had mine.
All right,
I don't know if one of y'all want to give your opinion. I don't know if y'all had a chance to check out the video. I really don't want to share it here because
Right. Really that
but
yeah.
But
yeah, I seen it. I seen it. I feel like it's whack. I'm just gonna go on to say it. I feel like that's whack. The whole situation is whack. I think that's lame that you out there jumping them. Y'all out there fighting, period, in the first place. Y'all out there fighting, period. Like if it was that big of a problem, y'all could have took it outside. It could have just been you and him, since that's, her baby daddy. Y'all could have did that into an intimate setting. You know what I'm saying? Try to talk it out. If y'all need to fight, y'all could have did it one-on-one, all that. But that's all I gotta say. It's other things, but I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Yeah, with me, I mean, I don't know. Naturally, I think a lot of nigga shit that goes on, it's it's unnecessary. But just from what I know of the situation, this shit was like a year in the making.
I would have yelled, it's Black History Month.
Yeah, that too. And it's like,
it's Black History Month. Hold on.
Dude spent like most of last year. He stayed on Instagram making a name off himself with the constant threats and talking about defending his sister's honor, the whole nine.
They're doing it for clout.
Right. And then so he runs into the baby out in California at a bowling alley. And I mean, what do you expect is going to happen? The baby is who he is. We already know he's with the antics. He's with the bullshit. That's just what he is. You know what's going in.
Correct.
And so I don't know, for dude to sit around doing that, and then after he get his ass mopped out, he sit online like, oh yeah, we supposed to be doing this fair, or we supposed to have a conversation. We could have talked like men. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
you had a year to do that.
Not how that shit works, dude. Like, and I really didn't understand how like a lot of people had this shit confused, because it was really just simple and shit. It was unnecessary, They swinging the motherfucker all over the damn bowling alley by his hair and everything,
right.
I mean, it got pretty, yeah. But at the same time, it's just like when you do certain shit, there's just consequences for it, and it's a teachable moment. on so many levels, because people should understand that like when you carry yourself, you put certain energy out, you don't know who the hell you're dealing with, or you're not rolling like that. This type of shit can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
The second lesson is Danny Lee could have put a stop, a foot in the way of all this a long time ago. But
Correct.
the problem with a lot of women is they will let any man play crash test dummy for them with no care, regards in the damn world. And I just felt that she could have been intervened. She should have been told them, or if they wanted to do this as a family thing, they could have handled this like kind of like off the gram. He shouldn't have been on the gram constantly doing this. But females need to be constantly supported and defended. I just think that took more of a precedence. And then what do you get? You're fucking getting swung around by your braids in the fucking bowling alley, and you catching the X Factor on the damn bowling lane. And she's probably gonna suck his dick when he comes and sees the fucking kid.
Yeah.
So you getting WWE'd out there for what? And it's a teachable moment, because guys got to understand this. Like, a lot of the time we see it all the time, especially with our own females. They bring certain guys, into your family picture, and and all that, whether it be your mom, your sister, and all that. And they don't really give a damn. It's really no regard. They expect to be protected. But it's like when you do stupid shit and you put yourself in a certain position, as a male member that naturally would want to jump up and be like, oh man, I gotta defend my sister. Like, you gotta really peep situations before you jump up playing crash test dummy.
Correct.
And that's what I think he didn't look at. To me, it was really no reason for him to get so involved to the point to where he's making threats on Instagram and all that, just because the girl going back and forth with her baby dad on some petty shit. It's just like, I just thought that's where he kind of put himself in the line of fire, and he got that ass whooped. And I don't really understand why people expected anything different, especially all these people that are such hood experts and shit. It ain't about shit being fair, or what other fucking word were they using? Because I broke this down on Facebook, but I don't know. People really expect, or they think street shit is about fairness and catching a fair one and all that shit. And I'm just like, I never heard of that.
It's all about the rules though, because there is fair, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to people, even gang members, they know if you come to a dude and you say, we need a fair one, that's the rule. We need
but he didn't initiate no fair one. He just started talking. He knew.
Yeah, that dude was with his niggas and shit. One nigga jumped, they all jumped.
Well, that video was Eddie.
That video was. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying what made him feel confident to do what he did this whole year. It's probably his sister. She was probably like, "Oh, the baby's sweet. He's not like how you think he is, right?" So it made him feel confident to go online and say all this. Yes, she probably gets a different version of the baby than we get to see in public, than his boys see, because that's how it is, right? So she probably told her brother, "No, he's sweet. It's okay. Don't, And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, then I can say something because he's sweet. He's not like that, really, Kept going.
See,
and that's the thing. Like they'll let you do it every time. I've been through a situation the same way with exes and shit. They didn't give a fuck who stepped up in the line of fire. And I just think that's just
that's the key term with AJ, in the line of fire.
I feel like I feel like his sister egged him on. I bet you his sister was talking hella shit, saying he was whack, he was weak, and all that lame shit. And he felt like he had a defender, and he thought he could get him. But like I was saying before, if you ask for a fair one, it's supposed to happen. I feel like that. I feel like it was Eddie, because it was like a choppy thing. At first, he was talking to him. Then you seen him with the cup in his hand, trying to take off his coat, and then oh boy, just He slipped. Then the wolves
and they're
went out.
saying from the angle that I saw, there was one angle where it looks like he smacked the hell out of him, and then there was another angle where it showed like he didn't even touch him. But I mean, for all it's worth, I mean, the baby did jump off and shit off, pretty quick. And once he slipped or fell or whatever, things kind of just escalated from there, and ghetto shit happened. Hood rat things started happening.
Yeah.
And to me, like, I mean, and I even said that because people are like, yo, man, he asked for a fair one. And I'm just like, life just doesn't work like that. As a person that's fucking worked for everything that I fucking had to get in life and has never seen anything fair, I would say that I have bad luck. I know that you don't get what the hell you asked for in life simply by fucking asking for it. What you do get is what the hell you put out. So you put a certain type of energy out, depending on where that goes, how that come back varies. The baby is who he is. He should have expected all that and some.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah. You know. I mean,
that was my opinion.
I feel
had motherfuckers telling me on Facebook,
the baby wasn't the baby, the rapper, just the baby, the nigga on the streets. That's how he should have reacted. But baby, who he is now, has already been in trouble for other things, smacking people's cameras and breaking people's nose.
Like, motherfucker killed a nigga in Walmart. Like,
right. Maybe he should start thinking about, let me do something else for my image. Like, I could still be this guy, but at the same time, I'm making money in music and everything. It can only go so far or be so successful. Everybody changes, right? Like Snoop Dogg ain't still catching cases for murder.
What your boy Uncle Ruckus says, like throwing $1 million in a monkey cage after Zip. Like, like that niggas, money don't change motherfuckers and shit.
Right.
All the
Age
time,
and
like
maturity should though.
Yeah, you would think, but that's the thing. That's such a dynamic with us, with like the way a lot of black dudes like that carry themselves and shit. Is like that's like almost a lifestyle choice. So yeah, it's really no maturity. Like black people seem to carry themselves like as black men, we're always like we on edge, like we got to be the hardest nigga in the room. Can't nobody punk us, and
right,
and all that,
right.
You would totally like on the baby's end, you would totally like to see him get to a point to where he does chill and he mellows that out, because we've all seen where that type of energy usually leads to, and it's only so long until you run up to somebody that becomes you, and then you out of here, and we posting damn, rest in peace, baby, and all that type of shit, and we don't never want to see
by 700%.
Right, we don't ever want to see it get to that point, and that's why I mean overall, like it was some dumb shit like Keys was saying, but at the end of the day, a little scrape up, hopefully these guys move on and kind of get back on track, especially because there are kids involved, and all that. So definitely.
But like you said, that can lead to something just like Kodak, him getting shot.
That was wild. I saw the little clip of that, and it looked like
somebody thought he was one of them niggas from Tales from the Hood. That's why they shot him.
I'm almost logged off. Really?
Mini ass Kodak Black, man. Kodak Black just irritates me, just being around, smiling and looking sometimes. But that's the image I guess he portrays so he can make the music. I hate the way he looks.
God damn. it's just that simple, huh?
Right. Yeah. He's a very reckless person too, though. Like,
but and that's the thing, and back to what I was saying about energy, like that's what he puts out, and then that's how it comes back, and it's even to the point now, especially in California, they're canceling hip hop shows for this. Over this energy, and that's something that these guys got to really learn. And to me, it's an unfortunate space that hip hop is in, because now it's turned into kind of like a glorification or a magnification of the streets. So it's not so much about the music, because you can overall look at a lot of the music, and I don't want to be like that old guy that's shitting on hip hop, but you can see that the music quality is down, and we're getting a lot of people, and we're kind of learning of them, through their antics and their social media posts before we even get to the song. And so I think with a lot of promoters, like these guys are just uninsurable because of all this and all this energy that they're bringing and stuff. We just had Drakeo the Ruler killed at a show, and
Yeah, that was
things
crazy.
like, yeah, and it's just like, man, like in hip hop, like we got to learn, like, business is business, the streets is the streets. Like you got to pick one. You can't do both. That's a dumbass thing to think that you're gonna rack up all this street heat and then become a wildly accessible celebrity. Like that don't even make logical sense.
Right.
So it's like
everybody knows where you're gonna be.
Right. It's just like, man,
how
so
you
niggas
move,
gotta
everything. So why would you try to do anything to?
Yeah, but that's hard to
shit.
say. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you saying? It's hard to say why.
That's hard to say because even just say, let's go with Draco. Draco was cool with everybody. He didn't rep no gang. He was cool with the people that he was hanging with, but still drama's gonna come to you no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you're doing. Like that gang life is still gonna come to you, especially in LA. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's the culture. Yeah. You could be a regular lame dude, and that culture's still gonna come to you. Them rules.
That's real shit too.
Them rules are still gonna come to you.
No, yeah, definitely. But that's the problem and stuff. It's too much of that, and there's no disrespect to anybody, as far as whatever you claim, whatever you do, that's what you do. But that that's gonna start slowing down a lot of stuff in hip hop, because it's become too much of that. Like we were talking about on one of the other shows, where Chicago has a whole genre of music.
Drill.
It's just based on that. These motherfuckers kill each other. They go get a beat, and they tell you everything that happens, where the body's hit, who did it.
I didn't even know that was real. Listen to these TikToks laughing. Bushy got shot. Dre got shot. Body got, those are real people. Like, what? Well, I don't like this song anymore.
Something like, whoa, that shit is, that's
actual,
some crazy shit.
Factual documentation of something that happened. I was like, wow.
That's just fucking nuts. And everybody doing their little TikTok dances to it.
I was about to do one. I was about to do one. When you on the first 48, I was the one snitching. He got shot.
Yeah, if he was out of doing that, I'm like, nah, that's
okay. So you become AJ. Say you're 18 last year. You're 18 last year. You come out with a hit like with what he just talked about, and you see that you're getting $200,000 for your video on your streaming. You're gonna keep on talking about that. Then you're gonna want to make more content. So you're gonna, when drama come, you're gonna be ready, so you can talk about that song. If you ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, you poor, you living in the hood, that's all you got. You saying but this is what people do.
I know that's what people do, but I've kind of, I don't know, somehow in my life, like I managed to kind of stay above all that type of shit. Like, for one, just like the type of person I am, I don't really like getting on beats and confessing to anything.
The nigga don't like people in his business. He barely wants to pay a realtor to look for him a house or anything because they ask too many questions. You don't like people in his business.
Right. Shit, they get to asking too many questions. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? It was cool.
He don't rap about his stuff online.
Yeah, so it's just like, on that sense, like I get why people do it, but just me, like I couldn't do it personally. And I've never really mixed with those type of people. Well, like, like real tight knitted. Like, you know, I got friends in all types of places and all types of low places. But yeah, just nah. And then it's kind of sad because it's a real bad condition that we keep putting ourselves in and that we keep ourselves in. It's to the point now where you can just obviously see like that's considered hip hop. Like that's rap now. Like, for example, you take me, for example, if anybody hears my music or what I do, like people don't look at it the same as they do when a new artist come out and he got plaits all over his head and you know, like, you know, it's just different. It's like that's looked at as hip hop. Like you're not a rapper and stuff. You ain't been to jail. You're not a rapper if you're not supposed to be out here moving drugs or catching bodies, trapping or doing that thing. So yeah, it's just a bad condition that hip hop is in right now, and it's kind of unfortunate because we forgot, you know, pretty much what it is and what it's all about, and there's room for all of it, but we ain't really telling stories anymore. We're not really entertaining anymore. People are just pretty much confessing the crimes and
because back in the day, gangster rap talk about, you know, they're observing, report what they're seeing, police brutality, crack, all that, right? But they wasn't actually talking about using it, or they wasn't talking about them giving it to the people and killing their own community.
Right, these motherfuckers, the rappers are the users. We listening to the crackheads now. We used to listen to the dealers back in the 90s.
Right.
Too.
Yeah, but they were talking about destroying women too. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, that shit still ain't changed. They still doing that.
That shit ain't gonna never change.
They still fuck a bitch, but I'm using now.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm talking about. Look, okay, so
even the bitches
talking about destroying,
talking about it.
They're talking about destroying women, but the most people that play that song are women. That's crazy. Just like we talking about killing ourselves, the most people to stream and watch that shit is white folks. They love that shit. Those are the people that are watching that. They enjoy.
And it's weird how, and it's weird how it overall like lowers our value as black men. But people almost don't see us the same due to a lot of these images and everything that are put out constantly and circulated and perpetuated. It's almost to the point like where our women expect us to be somewhat like these guys in the video, if not just like them. Other races, they see us and, you know, they think we but you're Kodak and, you know, off top. And so like they just expect that, you know, and it's just crazy. I don't know. I wish it could get back to where things was balanced and there was room for everything. You had your crack dealer rappers, you had your entertainer dance rappers, you had your stupid one hit rappers, you had your lyrical rappers. Now it just seems like everything is fucked up, but somehow over the horizon, like, yeah, we still got the Eminems and those type of guys that we accept for lyricism, but really it's just about all this junk here at the bottom, and it's just no balance.
Your gangster rappers killed that.
Producers.
Soon as a gangster rapper is just a dance rapper, a pop rapper, their career over.
I think it's a combination. Yeah, no.
Mace was a flashy. He was a gangster rapper first, and then became a flashy, fun rapper.
Yeah.
His career took off.
I know he actually took off going soft.
Yeah, he did. But
I was murdered. P. Diddy made me pretty.
But you had Puff behind him. You know, you got
Puff always was pretty. He was always the flashy, pretty ad-lib man. He sacrificed Biggie and took off from there.
Come on, man. You trying to destroy our show already?
And then it was like, your contract's running out.
Yeah,
contract's running out. He was like, take my baby mama.
Man, them niggas.
Bro, man.
Man, dude. Hey, man.
He's trying to make his son famous. King Combs. He got to do something.
Yeah, motherfuckers got to eat that shit, man, because a lot of that shit looks suspect. And, you know, we can see it outside looking in, a lot of that looks suspect around them dudes passing. So shit, we ain't saying that nobody else ain't seeing or don't know that they
Somebody
don't
told
know.
Macy was on deck. That's why he went to go see Jesus.
Jesus,
I can
You heard what
understand
happened
that.
to Biggie, right?
Yeah.
You gonna keep riding with him? You know what?
right?
Go ahead and take 5 years off. Go see Jesus for a while.
Nah, they said who killed Biggie was it was a gangster in New York. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to get shot.
Oh no, that's just public information. So really, it's just like they gonna beat you up for some shit that people done already snitched on themselves and everything. And just be like, I can't even think of the motherfucker's name, but the shit all came out. Pretty much what it is. So I don't know why people are still playing like.
Because that man is still alive, and that man will murk you. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
the dude that said that they said killed Biggie, gone now.
No. The person that put the hit out on Biggie. That's what I'm talking about.
Puffy?
No.
No, I'm
I
just
will
fucking.
No, it
talk to
wasn't
you
Puffy.
after.
I'm just joking.
I'm just fucking around. I should have. Nah.
Yeah, but
He said, "You up, Johnny? Get you to say the name. Say his name. You ain't Candy Man. Go ahead and say the name. Public information. Go ahead and say it.
But I did from what I remember, it did have something to do. Mostly is because of Puff and I think who you talk about.
Come on.
What?
Just go ahead.
What you talking about? Suge?
Nope.
No, I don't know who the hell you talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I'll talk to you afterwards so you can understand. It's out there, but I just don't want us to talk about it.
That man makes around track his IP address and find him on the road.
I ain't no punk or nothing, but I'm just, hey, I don't want that energy coming towards us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, I totally get you and stuff.
People talk about them all the time though, but I can see where y'all going with that because that's just like with the Empire situation, how Dolph, how Pop Smoke, how all the rest of
there's
the
no formal
I will say
investigation.
I don't know how that label ain't getting investigated.
Right.
Because it's black people dying, duh.
They all put that ring on and they get on.
And we got to stop doing that too. Like, I don't know if anybody sees this shit. Like, I don't know. Like, oh man, I don't know what it is with this whole fascination with dead rappers.
Right.
Like why
especially
do people
like newly dead rappers? Now I understand rappers who've been in the game for a while. They pass on. They have a legacy. They are legends. You start, want to reminisce and listen to old tracks and all that. Great. But don't try to instant legend someone just because they died.
Yeah.
Right. Dude just came out and he's streaming through the roof, dead. He can't really promote this record, put it out. His energy's not behind the record. None of that. It's just crazy like how people are jumping on that. Like the fans play a part in this. I don't know why we act like the fans don't play a part in everything that goes on with hip hop either, because really if the fans wasn't eating it up, a lot of this shit would get canceled off top. If the fans had a standard, a lot of this shit would change. Right. But they don't. The fans, like anything that the machine puts out, whatever they put out, the fans are on it and they don't really care. It doesn't even have value until the machine stamps it. And that's a lot of the problem. People need to get more like aware, more of a consciousness to themselves to peep out like what they're doing, be able to see like, yo, this ain't good for our people overall. Or like, yo, we need balance. We need to be able to keep balance and all this shit. Because to me, with hip hop, there's room for it all. So I don't ever want anybody to hear me and say like, oh man, he hating on this or he hating on that. Like even mumble rap, it's room for that. It's room for everything, but it just can't
mumble
be.
Rap is pretty dope.
Yeah. But it just can't all be that. Like everybody, we don't need mumble rap to be such the thing that now if Method Man wants to come back out, now Method Man got to mumble for you to hear what he's doing. There should be room for Method and mumble. There should be room for whatever. Everything. It should all be appreciated.
Right.
We got to stop washing out our rappers too. calling them old and played out and
right
and all that shit. Like it all.
Uncle L need to come out with a new album. I think he actually is dropping a new album.
Who?
LL Cool J.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'll be on it. Shit, I thought what was the last one? I don't know why I can't think of his last album.
Exit 13?
No. After Exit 13.
What is it? Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
It's like it has one name, like the Definition. Definition.
No, that was back when he had Timbaland producing them and
it's like greatness.
Authentic. That's what it is.
Authentic. I knew it was like one name, like one word.
Yeah. Exit 13 was supposed to be his last album on Def Jam until he went back. The Definition album, that was the one with the green cover, but it had Head Sprung on it.
Oh, Definition was before Exit 13.
Yeah.
But I just knew that last current one just had one word. That's what I was trying.
And that shit was dope.
Yeah, Authentic was dope.
Man, my kids love that. I got so much trouble on my mind. But that was my whole car used to rock to that with Chuck D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I ain't no Cool J fan, as y'all know. I'm a Jigga fan.
Oh shit.
That nigga Jigga.
Man, I was a Nelly fan.
What?
Everybody's a Nelly fan. You can't not be a Nelly fan.
Oh,
I need to lost all his fans over the last couple days. They've been doing dirty online, man. That shit is crazy. These females are ruthless.
Hashtag smart dick game.
Man, these females are ruthless out here. They don't give a damn about how we feel out here.
They're talking all that shit, but he pulled up and was like, "You next." They probably still do it.
Bitch, you gonna suck whatever I pull out these pants.
I'm taking off my drawers. Come on.
Motherfucker saying that's what they was like. No wonder why Ashanti never looked really pressed about the breakup or anything. Like she just seemed cool. She moved on smooth as hell.
I salute Ashanti. She a G in the game. You hear me?
Didn't even tell on this nigga because you know most bitches that's the first thing they go to. You know, little dick motherfucker. You can't even get halfway out the door and shit. That's why your dick little motherfucker. She ain't say nothing. She could have been dropped that on his ass and shit. That'd have been it.
That's what I'm saying. She could have
been held on to that info.
Look. Okay, look. Nelly had Nelly was out of town, and it was a big St. Louis party, right? Ashanti came to St. Louis to go chill at the St. Louis party with Nelly dad. That nigga got mad and told his dad, don't fuck with us, don't go kick it with Ashanti. I ain't gonna fuck with you no more.
Listen here, Cornell Sr. That's probably what he said to him too.
And it's crazy because I feel like if he did all that, she should have been said that shit. Oh, little dick ass.
I'm trying to get that daddy there. Shit, see, I tolerate a lot off you, Nelly. Okay.
That's how they be too. Everything you do is wrong when your dick is small. Everything you talking crazy. What you do? Everything. They just feel upset about everything. I take a lot from you. I haven't done anything. Well, I tolerate.
Right.
Just understand.
You ain't hitting that back wall. She just unreasonably stressed all the time.
Man, she is disrespectful. You hear me? She is disrespectful. Anything you do, it's like fuck you, nigga.
Can't even talk loud in your own house. That's just tough. These females are ruthless, man. Like one chick said her fucking childhood was ruined. Like this shit is tragic.
The thing is, everybody's talking about him like he's been promoting that he's Mandingo. He never did anything. There's no songs about. He ain't Ludacris. He ain't talking about fulfilling fantasies. He's not Mystical talking about fuck you on the floor and shaking chandeliers. He talks about partying, hanging out.
But that's the fuck thing. Like, even if I think it is a crazy dynamic because it's funny and shit or whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna be like, who cares? But I think it's funny how that was the thing. Like, motherfuckers can laugh and shit. It'd be like whatever. They can meme them to death, do all that. But when we say shit about Lizzo pulling out built like an Escalade,
it's fat shaming.
Yeah, then it's like it's a problem. It's body shaming. It's just like that's a funny dynamic.
Because there's a lot more fat people that speak up. There's not a lot of little dick niggas speaking up, saying, "Don't you talk about my little dick brother? That's just wrong." No, I'm saying like every time there's a voice for the voiceless, right?
Who gonna join that hashtag?
The LGBTQ community is very strong because they have people to voice their opinion constantly about things. There's no little dick community out there standing up in arms.
All right, bet. I'm gonna start a video.
I don't give a fuck. I take all my props in stride. I would never come clean.
Sure. Grower not sure.
Growers not show. Growers not show.
Fuck that. Man, that'd be a bold ass movement. Do you imagine that shit? Little dick niggas unite and shit, and they be on there getting motherfuckers canceled and shit, and talking about body shaming.
It's just actually just men in general. Whatever we have going on within our emotion, our psyche, our physical, we don't have like a support group or a voice that's going to come out and stand up and say,
especially for that,
you're doing that, you're breaking us down. We don't have that. You say something about a fat person. 500 fat people.
It ain't even fat people. It's fat women.
Fat women.
You can talk about fat dudes.
Right. You're right.
Y'all niggas was fat most of our lives. Y'all niggas had to take it. It was no help for you motherfuckers and shit. Boy, you say something about
Remember when Cedric couldn't pass that damn physical to be a truck driver?
He had to deal with it. That was it. There was no support, no hashtag.
We didn't even check on him. We was laughing the whole way to jacking about of all places we were going.
Right.
That is awful, and I feel bad about it.
If Cedric had been a woman, that'd have been all kinds of picket signs, and guess what? It's gonna piss Cedric off because there was some fat black women that worked there. The women that worked there were fat. That just goes to show you.
But we went through a lot for that physical too. Like remember he couldn't find his wallet for a while. There was a lot going on just to get to that physical, only for that nigga to fail.
Fail hard. Fail hard.
He came out looking so hurt and defeated. I can't.
That bitch knew I had diabetes and didn't even want to tell me I had diabetes. That shit was
That's crazy. And I think they be finding that out on the piss test too.
Yep.
It's like a color coded thing and shit. They be like, damn, nigga.
Something wrong with
you got a little sugar in your tank, boy.
You like men? No, well then you got diabetes.
Man, yeah, that shit's fucked up though. When you think about it,
that is messed up. And like I said,
it didn't take long, dude. We had some fat, sloppy broads up there getting trash, and like, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. Like for men, we don't really have that union or unite to confront things. We'll just take it. We'll laugh about it. We'll push it down.
I know, until we snap one day and shit like, hey, fat motherfucker, and shit. Then next you know, we done shut down a whole damn section in the mall and shit. Just snap one day trying to hold all that in. I think we should try to do something and get fat men support.
Right.
And little meat men support. I don't know. I think it's about time. I think we deserve it.
Right. Start off with a shade tree for men.
What?
Have you seen a shade tree for men? Do you know where a battered man could go to get respite and live for a while to run away from someone?
Nah.
You know?
Right.
Damn, that's true. That's pretty fucked up.
It is. It is. All right. Everybody wants equality until someone gets hit.
Yeah. We need that. We need a lot of things.
We do. We do. This is a sad moment in history right now. Realizing that.
Whoop whoop.
You know it. You know it.
You want us to have them. You want the views. You want us to talk about them, though. That's the thing.
They don't want that no more.
We haven't even said anything about them at all. How's that?
He motherfucker came here
He came
just to see if we were talking about Kwame.
He woke up
and then clicked off.
Violence.
Like that's the.
I don't care how you niggas' feelings are, and if y'all need support in life, what you feel about Kwame?
Like that's the shit that I've been seeing like on the comments. Like the past week, like these motherfuckers that support Kwame, they're fucking idiots. I'm just gonna say it flat out. Like if people want that and they want us to go into that, and if that's what people are gonna fucking click on to understand like where we're coming from, they're fucking idiots. And the dude that they follow is a fucking idiot also.
Actually, to piggyback off what we just talked about, he may need some type of support.
He obviously needs support. This motherfucker's a professional victim.
Right.
He's professionalized victimhood. And I don't get it and shit. And that's my whole thing. Like people made it seem like it was a thing about us just fucking hating on him or doing something to maybe slow his message or some shit like that. And it wasn't even about that. It was a simple fucking opinion. And my whole thing even about that is people don't give a fuck about messages. So I get tired of seeing that shit where people are acting like, oh, they're so worried and concerned about a message. Because if they were worried about a message, then it wouldn't always take a fucking celebrity or a former basketball player or somebody for them to get the shit. Because Kwame ain't said a motherfucking thing on his channel that I haven't said on every social media platform and have been blocked for it, have been called out by black people for it, and all that. So it's just like when people start talking like, oh man, he has a message, it's about his message. You shit like y'all motherfuckers don't give a fuck about messages. Y'all give a fuck about these celebrities and these different people. And the thing is the motherfuckers that y'all put in this place that y'all think that y'all listening to and you think you're helping them further their message, they're full of shit. Like Kwame Brown. Fuck beating around the bush. This nigga's fucking full of shit. He contradicts himself every fucking minute over everything. Every issue he has going on his show is a constant contradiction. And it's fucking irritating that people come up to us as if we need this motherfucker for views. And I'll say it again. We came on this bitch and we said, fuck you to 400,000 people out the gate. And it's still fuck every last one of y'all. Y'all got us fucked up. Like we don't give a fuck. Like we don't even want that type of following.
No,
where people just follow this nigga blindly and they repeat his fucking catchphrases and shit. This nigga's full of shit from every aspect of his life. You break it down and shit. He's talking about the next man and then he's talking about one man's kids and shit. And he's having issues and shit where he doesn't even see his fucking kids. He's telling motherfuckers not to talk about the next man and shit. Every fucking video he's talking about a motherfucker. He's talking about algorithm thoughts. This motherfucker's on YouTube every 15 minutes. Nigga, I got kids. I don't have that kind of fucking time. I barely got time to do this fucking show. Kwame's on here every 15 minutes, and we're getting called algorithm thoughts for doing a weekly spot?
Right.
Motherfuckers are crazy. It's like this motherfucker, he's an idiot, and he perpetuates idiotism. Tired of these motherfuckers, man. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. It's like, put it together. Like shit, you motherfuckers click on it and shit. Like if you're gonna click on it, all right, then like people we saying and shit, like we saying shit, we talking, we giving degrees and shit, just like any of these other motherfuckers. Y'all choose what the fuck y'all click on and shit. You niggas don't click on shit until it got Kwame Brown sorry ass in the fucking title. The nigga was trash in basketball. Fuck his goddamn message.
Mr. 6.6.
He wasn't even talking about his fucking message and shit. The motherfucker was trash. And shit, what's wrong with saying that? It doesn't, him saying a couple of cute things on his fucking channel doesn't erase 13 years of robbing the NBA of 64 fucking million.
Trash.
So I'm like, I just don't understand where niggas is coming from. Like they're not coming logical. I'm very fucking logical with this shit.
I never wanted to go to the NBA, but if you could just go to the NBA and get 64 million, I could have made 6 points and get a couple rebounds.
I'll give a team 6. I'll give a team 6 and 5 right now for a fraction of that. You know how fucking
they can just give me 24 million, 10 million.
A million right now. I give you 6 and 5.
Look, y'all can give me 1.5 and just to write down the stats. You hear
me? But he's a subscriber.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
I appreciate you subscribing.
I mean, I appreciate it, but shit.
Maybe he was being funny. After, was he being funny?
Nah, I ain't no fucking telling.
You can't read sarcasm. Like, was he being sarcastic? Like,
yeah, I know. You need to clear that shit up.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, like the fuck out of here.
If you wasn't,
yeah, well, you being Portmore, were you being sarcastic? Is that your idea of that shit? Because that shit didn't work.
Maybe you put 3 dots at the end.
We honestly tired of
we understand where you're coming from.
Right. So we tired of Kwame Brown fans. You niggas is dumb. Take that shit personally. Like, man.
I see. I forgot what we were talking about too.
Man, these niggas is dumb. Y'all gotta, man, if you bored one day, just read the fucking comments. Everything, like, it's like Kwame has like a school for this shit. And these motherfuckers graduated from the school of bust. And they just come out and they just fucking throw all Kwame's punchlines at you and shit. Oh, y'all algorithm thoughts. Weak weasels. What's beta males, these beta males and shit. All these bitches over here comparing us to Kwame and shit as if Kwame exudes masculine energy. Look, this nigga's been a fucking soft ass nigga his whole fucking life. Took him 20 years to say something to Stephen A. Smith. I'd have slapped the shit out of Stephen A. Smith back in 2005 at the longest for talking to me. That's how he carried Kwame. What the fuck you talking about, man? Like, these niggas is following a straight up fucking scrub. Like, this nigga's always been a scrub, and he's a fucking, like, a weirdo. Like, please. Like, man, niggas don't fuck with niggas like that. That's why he's online and shit getting jocked by fucking YouTubers and shit. Like, niggas don't fuck with niggas like that. Niggas not solid and shit. Every time he turn around, he fucking pointing out somebody's business and shit. He done told way more of Gilbert's business than we even needed to know. Doing that shit for views. Like,
bro, how you gonna get a man about crazy smashing your chick and then explaining
how over here bitching about the side work? Man, I ain't never sweated no nigga over no bitch, and I damn sure ain't sweated no nigga over no fucking jump off. Well, fuck this nigga look, man. Hey, anybody that see this shit, like, y'all can't, y'all want to get serious for a second. You can't compare a nigga like that to either 3 of us on this fucking panel. Please. It ain't nothing. You would never see us on here arguing with no nigga over no fucking work. Ever. For any fucking reason.
No.
Please. We totally built motherfucking different. This nigga, he wasn't on there mad about his wife. He mad about a jump off basketball bitch. Fuck out of here, nigga. We totally different niggas. If y'all want to get into it and stop the joking and shit for a second or shit, or just trying to be mild about it. Like,
y'all
please.
Y'all keep acting. We gonna invade y'all like the NWO. You hear me?
Hey, we not the ones and shit talking about, oh, you have Kwame on the show. For what? And they would get embarrassed coming on this fucking show. Like, nigga, we don't do none of that sucker shit. And all them fake ass idle threats and shit that he be giving the niggas. Matt Barnes told him to pull up.
He don't want to smoke with the smoke.
Right. But he swear he gonna slap the shit out these niggas every fucking 5 minutes and shit. Matt Barnes been told him to pull up. Matt Barnes ain't never showed no bitch.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to make Matt Barnes. That dude got that light skin and power.
Right. If it's that fucking serious, and nigga, then
Matt
fucking
Barnes
handle your
has
business.
internal anger issues within him. He drove cross country to confront Derek Fisher. He was mad the whole drive.
Niggas fucking nuts. How the fuck we forget that?
And still be mad when you arrive. Like, you have time to think and talk to yourself about the situation to get there and be like, you know what, I'm tripping. But not Matt Barnes.
Exactly. but we supposed to just believe, oh, you a hell of a nigga and you just gonna slap him when you feel like it. Like, this nigga's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
man, cut the fucking cap.
Just don't invite us, because you invite us.
Yeah, like cut the fucking cap. Like I'm tired of that shit. This nigga sit online fucking lying and shit and carrying on. Everything that he says, everything that he puts out there, and like that shit is him. He's reflective like a motherfucker. Right. He ain't shown nothing but being weak his whole motherfucking career all the way up to YouTube.
Yeah. Mr. 6.6.
I'm just saying and shit, like tell the nigga to fucking prove something or whatever and shit, like do that shit or whatever. Like, I don't know. That motherfucker just don't show and prove enough. He give them motherfuckers a couple of good words and then we act like, oh man, we ain't supposed to say nothing and shit. Like, how can you talk about his like this is people's reaction. They're like, oh, well, how can you talk about his basketball? Like, forget his basketball career. He said this. Like, well, we weren't talking about that. Like, we talking about him talking about basketball.
About basketball.
Right.
He was talking about basketball.
Right. And his fans do the same shit. Like, they're always trying to switch and divert the conversation. Like, nah, this motherfucker started a discussion. We're here. Now that we're here, we're not going to jump over here and start talking about, oh, what we doing for the fucking community and shit. No, you started this shit. You going to get this work right here. Let's break it down.
You know why?
Shit, I've been, as Lakers fans and supporters and LeBron James fans, we done had it rough this year. We don't want to hear nothing about what the fuck Kwame Brown got to say about the Lakers. I don't care. Motherfuckers cannot like it. They can get mad if they want, but all that acting like.
Maybe I need them. 6.6. 6.6.
Hey, I mean, honestly, that 6.6 will help right now because the rest of them niggas gonna be showing up. It'd be something. It would be noticeable right now on this Lakers squad because them niggas do not be showing up. Them motherfuckers show up one night. And the next night, it just be LeBron out there and shit racking up stats. And it's just like, damn. So 6.6 from Kwame would help.
Just imagine him sitting at the news conference. Somebody make him mad. You old weak weasel. White boy tactics.
Yeah, all that shit, white boy tactics. His whole channel is fucking white boy tactics. Fuck out of here. Everything he fucking do is white boy fucking tactics. Yeah. Fucking constantly coming at niggas and shit and then turn around and doing the same fucking shit. It's like, who the fuck do that? They act like we're not supposed to have an opinion on Kwame Brown.
Certain things that he said.
Right. But then he turns around and has a fucking opinion and shit on everything, and that's so fucking K. I got to know how Kwame Brown feels about Lil Nas X and Dwayne Wade's parenting and fucking Kodak getting shot. Like he has a opinion on everything, but then it's like we come with an opinion about his bullshit, then that's a problem.
Yeah,
right.
It just doesn't make sense.
There's nothing wrong with D Wade's.
Yeah, but you got a motherfucking reaction because we tired of that shit.
Yeah, we're really tired.
It was really fucking personal, but I mean, if you just want blunt truth, we're not scared to give you fucking truth. Like, y'all motherfuckers is following a fucking bozo. That nigga's a straight bozo, dude.
It's the fans. It's really not him. It's the shit that he's saying. Yeah, but it's his fans. His fans just came to us talking reckless, like we wasn't gonna say shit.
Right. We've been nice. Like, y'all could have just fucking left it alone. Y'all gonna really be sore about this shit. Because there ain't no mixing words there. Like, you motherfuckers follow a bozo, dude. That nigga represents nonsense.
Bozo was a good show. I watched it a couple times when I was younger. I was willing to follow him, too. Like, maybe
that sounds like jealousy, bro.
How's it jealous?
Jealous of what?
Man, I wish I could bring him up here on the show. You hear me? So how does it sound like jealousy, bro?
want to portray something and make people feel like what we're saying is gospel and not really looking at what we're saying and understanding where we're coming from and only stand on the backs of like the minuscule message that we did at the beginning. And now we're just talking about a bunch of bullshit and y'all want to run with what we said at the beginning. And I don't want followers like that. Like, I need some people to hold us accountable. So I'm not jealous that he has a following.
Yeah, because his following is bullshit.
Yeah, if you really
and most of it's padding. Y'all want to talk about following and shit? We could break it down like this, considering that this is our 5th weekend. We have, last I checked, around 180 some subscribers. Shout out to all y'all.
Shout out,
y'all.
Right.
Thank
and
you.
So when you look at the overall amount of views and shit that we get when it comes to this shit, with our little 180 some subscribers, it actually shows that the amount of subscribers and people that we have are legitimately watching the shit that we put out. Y'all saying Kwame got 400 some thousand subscribers and shit, and he's not even touching a fraction. Like most of these people either checked out, not following them no more, and there's something to say to that. You go to other channels. Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor, like all these guys and shit, their shit matches their supposed fan base.
Look, that nigga Kwame Brown didn't even have no fans for real until they start picking on him. So I don't want to hear that shit.
He didn't even have fucking fans until he started going in on Stephen A. Smith.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if we can all say, okay, Stephen A. He probably went too far and all that shit with the basketball analysis, but regardless, it was never fucking personal. The shit was basketball.
The only thing I can say, the one that was personal was Charlamagne, because Charlamagne,
that shit was fucked up.
Charlamagne went way too far.
Yeah, that shit was fucked up. Charlamagne totally stepped over the line and shit with that shit. He shouldn't have did that.
Realized he did, and he apologized.
Yeah, he did apologize. Most people won't even apologize. He apologized, and I respect him for that. I respect that man for that.
It was all right. Yeah, it was cool. It's just kind of like, I don't know.
I didn't say it was like a great apology or anything.
The fact that I don't know. Charlamagne, he kind of, he just kind of, yeah.
He growing. He growing. As you can tell, I'm a Charlamagne fan, so he growing.
Yeah. Yo. Definitely, I can say that. I can say that, and that's all we all can do, and that's what I would hope. Like, say if Kwame or motherfuckers seen this shit, like I would hope motherfuckers would grow from this shit, because it's not just to shit on them or be jealous, but it's like, dude, like, come on, like it's obvious. Yeah. This motherfucker ain't doing nothing. Y'all motherfuckers jumping on our comments talking about, hey, do the work, and it's like, this motherfucker ain't doing no work. He's on this shit all the time. This is his work. He just sits on fucking YouTube and he don't be talking about shit half the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all just follow anything. Like, black people are so
at them and see what happens.
Right. Black people are so fucking in love with like motherfuckers just saying shit, and they're just so easily moved by words, and like, man, that shit is just weird to me, dude. And these motherfuckers have totally turned into like pretty much like when I made the picture of the cult. Shit is cultic as shit. Because they don't hold this motherfucker accountable or to standard for anything. Like everything this motherfucker, like, how do you agree with everything a motherfucker does and says? Or defend a motherfucker that hard, as if like anything that we're saying, like you can't look and see for yourself.
Correct.
So it's like, how do you get on and say like, oh man, that sounds like jealousy and shit? Just like, fuck what we're saying. Like, it can't be nothing to what we're saying. Which brings me back to the other point. See, if we were celebrities and famous and already, it'd be like, oh shit, J. Almighty said, look, Super Dope said, Geraldine said this, and it'd be a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden our words hold weight when we tell you like a nigga that's full of shit that shows that he's full of shit. Like, then y'all would hear it because we be celebrities. Outside of that, you don't give a fuck about a message. And we telling you motherfuckers to watch the motherfuckers that you follow and the people that you propel to these levels and the people that you send crab shack money to. We telling you to watch these motherfuckers.
I like crabs.
I do. Not really. Nah.
I don't.
They have to be cracked already.
I don't.
You know what?
I don't like roaches.
Cracked already is good because
I don't like roaches.
For a little bit, like if someone gives you cracked already crabs, that's amazing. You just dip it in the butter and go.
They are big ass sea roaches, like Super Dope said though.
That's shrimp too. That's all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't eat none of that.
Sometimes.
All that people that really, fawn over that certain type of seafood, all of that is bottom feeder stuff.
Yeah, I don't eat catfish,
clams,
shark,
shrimp, crab,
bass.
Bass is not no bottom feeder.
I'm saying I don't eat that bottom. But I eat fresh and I only eat saltfish. Like I eat shark, swordfish.
Don't you need to avoid the ocean then. You killed my brother, they're gonna get your ass. Jaws and his family gonna look for you.
I eat alligator. Alligator is fire.
Circle your ass and you would eat some shrimp. Stop eating shark.
I ain't no shrimp. I eat, but alligator fire, bro.
Alligator is fire.
Alligator fire.
Frog legs too.
No.
See?
The fuck, you know, motherfuckers planning a potluck? Like, how did we get to that shit? Fire.
I was just trying to get the people, like, if they decide to want to send us some money for a crab shack or a frog leg joint.
Shit, hell yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Or something,
Yeah, I ain't mad at it at all. Shit, y'all can definitely we probably need to come up with one of those so we can put our Cash App or something at the bottom and shit.
The link.
Yeah.
For every dollar, we have one for like every dollar you donate. We won't talk about Kwame. We have one for if you want us to. It's $2, and then
what a guy, man.
Whichever one has the most, that's the way we will go for the show. Looks like the Kwame people want us to talk about them. So
these people are fucking ridiculous, man. Like they done made this motherfucker like a messiah. Like you can't say shit about this dude. It's like it's fucking crazy. Like you just watch him and shit. You just like, yo, this dude is full of shit. Like you just see it. Everything he talk about. Like once he get to talking and he start talking long enough and he start running out of shit to say, bullshit just started coming out. And I don't know. We just have a history of people with just putting these people in the forefront and somehow making them untouchable. Like we can't speak on that shit. But you motherfuckers got the right one. Shit, you want to mention the name and think we wasn't gonna say
like a
shit.
Pepsi commercial. You got the right one, baby.
Shit, nigga, we gonna say something. Like that was the whole point of this fucking podcast. Like we ain't here to fucking play light and shit. Like it just is what it is. If we see some shit, we just gonna respond to it, and that's what we did. Then y'all made it all this other shit, and so now here we are. Telling y'all exactly how we feel about Kwame Brown from the fucking court to his fucking YouTube page.
So let's get off. Oh boy.
Yeah, please don't bring that motherfucker up no more and shit, nigga, because you're gonna get this work.
So how y'all feel about, since y'all got more information, how y'all feel about Joe Rogan?
Go ahead, comedian Gerald. No, just saying. Comedian Gerald.
Like, okay, how you feel about all the N-word things that he said?
For me, in general, for anybody, I really don't even care about the N-word, A-R, whatever. I don't care. Say it.
Why?
Word.
Yeah.
Because we say stuff anyway, and the more that you dwell on it, the more power it has, right? The more that we say you can't say it, the more we try to defend it for this or say, don't say the R, don't say the A, whatever. It just gives it so much power and it holds over you and just makes you want to, I guess, feel a certain way, anger, which eats away at you internally. And it's like the person who uses it gives them the ability of victory, right? So that's why I really don't care. But there's a word you don't want to say, it's picnic. They still use that word, and that is the most racist word ever, because it's short for pick a nigga. Pick a nick. It was hanging us and eating their damn lunch up under the people while they were hanging. They would do it every Sunday before it became against the law. That was a thing. They would go and kill them. Hang them and sit down and eat. and they still use picnic. You want to have a picnic today? No, nigga.
Yeah, I think
it's all publicity. Like,
yeah,
that's
definitely.
the one thing I don't like about it. Like we were talking about last week, how he gets basically rewarded for everything. Whoopi gets bashed, almost canceled. That's the biggest thing from it.
Because
that was the part that really messed me up about it. If anything,
because Whoopi has 2 strikes before she even starts. She's a black woman, 2 strikes, right? If you're a man, you get a little bit more, but if you're a black man and there's a police around, of course they're gonna pick that neck and hit you. But that's a whole other thing.
All right, because pretty much all he had to do was apologize, and he was good. They took down the shows where he said nigga, but it was over 70 fucking episodes, and it was fine. It was no deal until they could use it or kind of weaponize it to go with another agenda, which they trying to get everybody on the jab.
Right. And now this Canadian streaming service that's trying to compete with Spotify and Netflix is trying to get him, and exclusively, for like over $10 million.
Yeah.
Right.
They're conservative, though. Don't forget that they're conservatives.
Right.
But what I say though, like when it's about us, you'll hear everybody coming out pretty much saying like, "Oh man, stand your ground." They're offering them 10 million and shit. Like when it comes to like a black issue, when they make it like that, it's never that serious. If he'd have used the F word,
maggot.
Yeah.
The thing is,
he'd have did that.
Being a straight white man and using that word would definitely shut him down completely.
Yep.
There would be no apology for it. He would have been canceled. They would have found all the episodes that he used it and then make it more of a negative attack on how he was using it. He'd be done.
I got a question. Why is it everything that when we get attacked, when we get destroyed on anything that we say or do, it's not a problem. Nobody really fights for us. But Joe Rogan's situation, he's talking about the jab situation, and people are threatening to pull their music from Spotify. He says nigga, and it's really nothing. It's really for real. It's not no backlash until NDIRE said something, but she was still saying like, I'm not gonna pull it because of him. It's just I'm gonna pull it because how they're not paying artists. Like, so why? What are black people not doing to get the same results as white people, as now the LGBTQ?
We're not doing what we were doing. That's what we're not doing what we were doing. Back with segregation and following our leaders, we would do stuff knowing there'd be recourse and repercussions for what we would still do. We would sit at that lunch counter and they could spit on us, call us niggers. They would do anything to get us up off that lunch counter. We weren't even doing anything, just sitting at the lunch counter that said for whites only. But we would do it. Nowadays, if there was something for us to do to just show our front, we're already thinking, what's the consequence of us doing that? We're already thinking, how long is it going to take for us to do that? So there's no follow through really for this generation. And we're already somewhat afraid to do anything because what if I get in trouble? What if this happens? Right? Back then, they didn't care because they had that message that they wanted to show and stand up for. Just with the LGBTQ community as well. They don't care. They're going to put their message out there until you guys understand what kind of equality they want. We say some things, we'll stand up, and then a week later, we're watching Love and Hip Hop.
But that's the thing, though. Even like that's true to an extent, but then even then, even if we push our message, even if we get militant, and even if we do all that and we stand strong, we do all that, they take us out for it.
That too.
They'll bomb Black Wall Street.
Right.
They'll crack protesters upside the head with rocks and bricks.
Sick
They'll
dogs.
lynch and kill us. They'll arrange to have us killed by the government. So
Right.
even if there's not, it's zero leeway for us. So it's just like, damn, what do you do? Because even when you get to a point to where, as a Black person, if your voice gets too big, then they're going way up,
right,
and way above and beyond to take you out.
And that's the thing. We don't know how to play the game to get what we want usually either. Like Jay-Z being part of the NFL, a lot of people were upset about that because there's not enough Black coaches and all this. And Jay-Z's not doing that for Black owners. But you got to get your foot in the door. You got to be able to get there to get the next step up to keep going, right? So Jay-Z being the minority music person, part of the NFL, now there's the opportunity for him to be in a meeting and put a bug in someone's ear. You know, we need more coaches. We need this. Jay-Z is there now. He has an opportunity to be like the face, and they're like, we can trust him to be an owner, right?
Yeah.
If he's an owner, he can reach out to other billionaires and Black millionaires to be owners with him on whatever team, and it just slowly gets around. That's the thing too. Like, we don't have a lot of us running for politicians and senators and stuff like that either.
That's true.
So that we can stand up for when stuff happens in different places, and we're not getting the justice, or we're not getting, the support.
Because I'm getting irritated. That I'm not gonna say. Sorry. So let me dial it.
You're so upset, it's choking you.
Yeah, because we're not gonna. I'm getting sick tired of us playing victims, and what I mean by victims, that we're going into a situation where we basically know what we're going to get out of it, and we still go in there and still do the same thing. Like, we got to cut this shit out.
That's insanity,
man. We got to cut this shit out.
Also, man, I was gonna say to the point earlier is that it's kind of messed up because the game is rigged.
Yeah,
that's the cold thing that we got to recognize or kind of deal with as Black people. The game is rigged.
Yeah. The white people got a 50-yard head start on a clean track in tennis shoes.
Fuck 50 yards. Shit, white people start the game.
And then when we do get caught up with them, we get shot to slow us down.
Yeah, white people start the game with 14 on the board. Fuck a 50-yard head start. It's just like it's a game, and that shit is rigged. That it ain't set up for us to win in any capacity. And I mean, like, and really, with Black people, if we don't come together, and we definitely don't stand a chance. We're too divided as a people on so many levels, whether it be streetwise, economically, whatever, socially, whatever. Like, we're just too divided as a people. There's just so many different sectors of us that don't or can't come together.
That's true. That's true. We're so divided that we can't even, if we're a family, immediate family, or even a distant family, cousins or whatever, can't stay in the same household long enough to get on our feet together.
Oh, really?
That's how divided we are. We will notice that someone just brought in a PlayStation. How the hell he got a PlayStation? We supposed to be all saving money. Now you can't afford one because you're supposed to be saving, so you get one too to compete or mess up that one, or want to move out because you tired of hearing their game being played because you don't got one. And now you're struggling because you didn't want to stay and save up like the whole plan was.
Right.
Because I and there was a community in my neighborhood in Texas. It was a Mexican family. They lived next door to us. They stayed together until they bought the house across the street. Then most of the family moved and shifted and lived over there. And then they bought a house adjacent. So then, like, I went to Texas, like, what was that, a couple weeks ago when I went to go for the funeral. They live in half the block now. That whole family owns half the block because they've been saving up and just each buying houses in that community. and they just visit each other, have fun, and if someone needs help, they're helping.
That's a dream. Shoot.
Right.
That's a dream. Yeah. The Keys went. But yeah, man, shoot, that'd be a forever conversation, and trying to figure out us. I mean, a lot of us, we all have ideas and different answers and all that, but man, it's a cold game now at this point to where you can't really just pinpoint it to one thing. Like, oh, if niggas do this, this, and that. Because shit.
Because then, if they do this, this, and that, then there's always
people. That's when they remember. Damn, I wish he was here. Remember shit when the game started getting away from them, what they do? They throw the controller. They snatch the controller out. That's what happens. That's what black people. That's what it's like for us. It's like we on WWE World Tour.
Right, and everything changes. It starts getting tough, and they'll get frustrated. They'll figure out something different.
Start getting those specials, and your dude won't get up. Oh, here you go. He got to hear this analogy.
Are
you there?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh man,
can you hear me?
Yeah. we came over the cold.
Not we.
What happened? What happened?
Because I was breaking down just like, how we were just saying that, the game in life is not fair. The game is rigged for black people. And I came up with a perfect analogy that you would understand. And it was like when we used to play WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy and World Tour and all that back in the day. And, you start getting your ass whooped and you throw the controller and snatch the cord out and all that. Like that's what it's like. That's legitimately what it's like for black people. The minute we start getting up and we start getting our specials and everything, they fucking throw the controller and snatch the cord out.
Hello? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's true. I did used to throw it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh man. Man, those are some fucking matches. Man, I missed that damn game. That's when life was simple.
No, that game was terrible. That game was terrible. We did that to so many people. Like, if you go back and talk.
Hey, did we get one of your friends? One of your white friends was ready to call us the N-word. We were like, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Skinhead on us in the middle of that game. You getting beat red. This is how you do me? Like it was a training day moment. I thought we were friends, and you got your little nigga. Like you wanted to say your nigga friend over here. You beat me.
Oh man.
Like one eye glance, and we just knew. Hit the turnbuckle. Take turns dropping leg drops and elbows off the top. Damon hated it.
Oh yeah, Damon.
It's so funny too, because everybody, it seems like they forget or they're just so forgiving. They're like, okay, we can do a 3-way match. Perfect.
Right. We used to look at him like, okay.
Let's do a fatal 3-way. Or they might think about it. Like, no, we're not gonna do it. No, come on, man. It's for the title. We're gonna just. I'm not gonna let him win the title. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him win the title.
Man.
Oh.
We used to do some brutal shit on there too. Oh, there you go.
And the worst was World Tour, because once you hit them like too many times with the chair, they start bleeding. That's it. They weren't they be shaking.
Oh, it was over. Remember what did they used to pass out like that in all the games? Like when you hit them with the chair or something, and they be and then they get to the point to where every time you hit them, it was
THQ games.
Man, I missed that shit, man. Those are the perfect wrestling games.
World Tour, No Mercy, Revenge, and WrestleMania 2000. Those are the ones that did that.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was great.
And then they try to go back to it with what was it? On the GameCube. What was the game called?
Reckoning. Day of Reckoning.
Day of Reckoning 2 on GameCube. They tried to bring it back a little bit. So they knew how much.
But it still wasn't. I don't know. It still wasn't like the original game.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
But yeah,
I got Day of Reckoning on the GameCube. I still got GameCube, and I got 3 controllers.
Oh, okay. Okay, bet.
you gonna fall for it again, Cedric?
No, I'm good in games now.
I haven't played
It doesn't
video
even matter
games.
how good you are. I remember Cedric stayed up all night trying to get better. We woke up, he was still playing.
he was sick of that. Knock him out. Who was that? Was that him the time that we just kept coming off the top ropes? Like we had just beat his character down so bad that we were just frog splashing and just it went off for this minute. And then every time they would the characters would react. It was never dull. It's just fucking hilarious. And he's like, I get tired of this.
It's funny because he was calm at first. Okay, that's funny. All right. Y'all do
Oh man. Those are classic moments, man. Man, we didn't have to do you like that on the world tour, man. They need to bring that game
back. You're
back.
absolutely right. And I want to apologize now.
But see the fans, y'all ain't gonna tell the fans when it came to Raw 2, I was beating everybody.
Yeah, you stayed up all night playing that motherfucker too. He went through the whole season like twice. Like, you should wait till my character.
Was that the first one on Xbox?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
oh yeah, with them fucked up ass, with them reversals. Man, that shit was whack, man. Cedric mastered the reversal system in that damn game.
He stayed up. He said, "Yeah, niggas, go ahead and jump me now."
No, that was the one where you used to be able to interfere in the entrance.
Yeah.
So Cedric knew how to do all that. He knew how to do the entrance interference.
The first day we got the game, we played it, and then we stopped that night. That nigga was playing. He was playing.
Yeah, he really wanted revenge. Man,
he didn't want to tell you how to do anything, just laugh. How'd you do that?
Oh yeah, this motherfucker wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Master the game.
I wanted to throw the control. I was like, "You're not gonna make me you. Nope, you're not gonna make me you. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm not throwing the control." It was easy to throw them too because they started becoming wireless.
Yeah, we all made each other throw the controller on some type of. But yeah, y'all did. Y'all got me at first. Yeah, y'all did.
I don't think I ever threw the controller, but I get like pissed.
Oh, but you threw the controller on Madden. Now when it comes to Madden, you always say I cheated. How the fuck you gonna cheat on Madden?
Every time you play Madden, AJ starts off with a disclaimer like, "I really don't like playing this game. I'll play it." I'll let you know ahead of time. Like, don't be trying to brag because you're doing good because I don't play it like that. Okay, so you're gonna play this little game, but you know I don't like playing it like that. No, run the motherfucker don't.
Yeah, this motherfucker be cheating.
This game
That'll be cheating. That's why. Yeah. This should be going y'all way like a motherfucker in them video games, and I be doing the same thing y'all be doing. At least I be thinking I be doing. It don't work the same for me for some reason. I hate that shit. Oh man, I'm pressing it. I'm pressing A.
The worst person on Madden was Tony.
Oh.
Man, my brother Tony was insane. We remember we started calling him Mad Meltdown.
One time Christian was showing his ass on the game and was beating Tony. And he kept calling me out in the kitchen. Cheryl, come here, look at me.
Hey, no. Nothing was worse than the time that Makai.
Oh, Makai was like 5. Seemed like he was.
Man, if that, I don't even think he was 5. And he was just talking big shit, like, yeah, Tony. And like with his little dumb voice, like he had that weird accent for some reason when he was 3 or 4.
Yeah, you're done. Let's go.
Right.
His voice was so
He was like, Tony didn't give a fuck. He was like, God damn it, bro. And he swung at the table. Remember, he knocked everything off the table.
Right.
He didn't touch nothing on the table.
Nothing was going this way. He called Makai a little nigga. And all Makai made it worse, like, that's why you lost. He said, that's why you lost. Like, he had no remorse. That little boy was evil.
Oh my God. Oh.
Tony had to go outside and slow. Like, if he was trying to quit that thing, he was out there. He was smoking hard.
That motherfucker was hot. Yeah, man, that was all bad. Oh. Man, I wish I had that on tape. I don't know why we used to pull our cell phones.
Right, we never thought to record.
Why we never did. That shit should have been recorded. Remember, we started calling him Mad Meltdown. Because he would do it every time. Like, it was crazy.
And Christian would do like little dances whenever he did something successful. And he was always kind of like he was fluid but stiff at the same time, so his moves looked sticky, like it was like deliberately dancing in your face.
Yeah, he did that fucking sticky ass movement.
Yeah. It just felt like a little extra rub in because he.
Oh, he got that hair and stuff with that little head. Oh my goodness. Man.
Now he's running around dancing on TikTok.
I know, right?
Dancing his ass
And
off.
moves still be sticky too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just hilarious. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, my stomach hurting. Just bringing it.
I gave you all my history lesson for the day. Just pick me. But I gotta get ready to go. Gotta get up in the morning.
Yes, sir. All right, then here it go. Peace, love, and happiness. You just been chin checked. Hello.
Go ahead. I wasn't ready.
I see. All right, man.
All right, man.